Hello and welcome. My name is Eva. I am a hypnotherapist and therapist who works with people suffering from insomnia, fears and phobias, anxiety, trauma, abuse, uh, really tough stuff. So, today in this video, I would like us to look at something which is called childhood patterns in relationship to insomnia. So, I would like you to think about insomnia that you suffer from. And I would like you to notice what your insomnia is like. And actually, that insomnia has got a personality. I know that sounds crazy. It all depends what insomnia you actually carry. Because if you carry it actually is related to any insomnia, so any type of insomnia. If you carry insomnia from time to time because it's triggered by a certain event or certain people, or your lack of sleep comes with is consistent. You constantly don't sleep, okay, or you constantly wake up at between 3 and 4 or 2 and 3 or whatever, or you wake up many, many times. That actually comes with one thing that it comes from the role of your childhood that you have taken on. And uh, actually, I did not understand that until I dug really deep into it, healing myself. And I looked at my pattern. So some nights the insomnia I suffered arrived when I felt overwhelmed or very angry. Some nights, when I had some interview, when I was really like under stress, and some nights when nothing really happened. I was absolutely fine. I was calm, and I still suffered from the same thing. So I looked at it and I was thinking, what if insomnia isn't random? What if it has got certain pattern? Mine had patterns, so I started to look into it a little deeper because my insomnia that I suffered, like, was repetitive. It was stuck in my nervous system. I understood that insomnia comes from trauma. Trauma comes from childhood. I had to look into inner child and insomnia, a relation between them, and I look very deeply. And I have very good video about it, guys, and I will put it at the end. Really look into it. It's very fantastic. It gives you a lot of information and awareness and knowledge. And then I understand that everything here is the nervous system that is not coping. Everything here is in relationship to my early trauma that I experienced when I was very young. So I would like you to think to remember one thing. Children learn survival roles. And this is what I was really surprised when I discovered it. And these roles become adults' nervous system patterns. And I will tell you exactly what I am talking about here, and I will give you the exact roles, like very basic roles that uh, my clients experience and they suffer from. And I would like to say that you can have many roles. You can have many personalities in one, because as we go older, we take on different roles in relationship to our family needs. Uh, and that is something that we cannot control, and something that is just given to us automatically. So the first role that usually has got a certain pattern that is in relationship to lack of sleep is the watcher. I call it the watcher. So it's the kid who had to watch for himself. So it's the kid who came from very abusive relationship with his family, or a home, chaotic home, zero structure, a very little structure, a lot of shouting, could be abuse, definitely some abuse, different kinds of abuse is there. So It's the child who was sometimes a loner. He had to really, really look for his safety. There was nobody to protect him physically or emotionally. So as a child, he has become hypervigilant. He's scanned for danger, and it happens, can be at school. It doesn't have to be home even. It can be at school. Um it can be when, it can happen on the way to school. People are bullied at school, in the nursery, anywhere. We can control that. So that's a person who is, I wouldn't say an angry person, because anger not always comes with a difficult childhood, but I would say very misunderstood kid, and a child who did not have protection, physical or emotional protection as a child. So as adult, insomnia is the one who is a cortisol type or adrenaline type. Sometimes wakes up at between 3 and 4, things like that. Wakes up a lot of times during the night. I was one of them, because what I was told by my parents, I'm going to be kidnapped and snatched if I don't listen, if I'm not a good girl, blah blah blah. So I was always hyper vigilant during the night, and I was really, really worried and scared that somebody will come and is going to take me from my parents. So I was scanning for danger when I was falling asleep. And then I woke up within half an hour because, okay, I was thinking, am I safe? Am I still in my cot? Am I still in my bed? Am I things like that? So this energy that is stuck in this person is energy stuck in very, very deep root chakra issue, because root chakra is safety and security. So because the safety and security has been taken away from me, because I have to look after myself and my safety, then I am a child who doesn't feel that the life and the world is safe. So that's the watcher. Then we have the independent child. Hello, that's me again. So if you were a super independent child, you were relying on yourself, self-resilient, who was solving all the problems, carried too much responsibility for yourself or others, or you didn't want to disturb mommy and daddy because they had their own issues, things like that. You struggled to relax. It's also the person who is a burnout person. So the independent child is a burnout person, because burnout is in relationship to constantly chasing things, and it's a child who sometimes, not everyone, but it happens to me, it happens to a lot of my clients who go through that, is a child who believes, I do not fit in. I don't belong in this family. It's not that you don't belong is to this family. You have made believe that you don't belong it, because no one actually gave you the time to even pay attention to you. I'm not even saying give you a hug or actually bother about your existence, but this is what this is about. So those are people who really, really are burnout people, because they take on themselves so much responsibility. And I went through burnout many times during my adulthood, because my brain was programmed to performance all the time and taking more and more responsibility, whether at home or at work, on myself, because I didn't understand any other way. The programming from the child happened. So that takes me to the second one, which is the peacemaker. So it's a child who is avoids conflicts, is like brushing things under the carpet, because he doesn't know how to deal with the conflict. No one taught him. Also, who is a peacemaker between parents. Parents don't know how to communicate, and he is going to step in this role of a communicator, because he believes that's the right thing to do. And also, the peacemaker uh, leads to massive overthinking to keep harmony. So it's a person who in adulthood will live in the future or in the past, and is as an adult insomnia sufferer, it will be a person who will be massively anxious person, and his life will or her life will be led by anxiety, because it is the person who always wants to make everyone happy. Not always super sensitive kid, but everyone is different. Everybody's nervous system is different, but definitely wanting, like, believing that when my parents are in peace, then they can love me more, they can give me more attention or more love, or and everything obviously comes with safety and security, because when there is the peace at home, so there is the illusion of safety. And this is where root chakra comes in as well. So the next role we have, it is the protector and the caretaker. Hello there as well. That's me. So I have already established three roles. Um, and so as a child, they feel responsible for keeping someone else safe. It can be a parent, it can be a sibling, it can be nanny, it can be a family dynamic, whoever. And I have a lot of clients like that who suffer from fears and phobias because they have been a caretaker, a protector of somebody. Uh, as an adult, and how insomnia shows in their life is restlessness, because they are constantly scanning for for protecting others. They are scanning for checking on others, and they wake up at night to make sure that everything is okay. So if you are like a mother like that who has got a little baby, I understand it's, but if you still wake up after 10 years to check whether your son is breathing or whatever, and I'm not talking here about children who have got some very serious health conditions, but healthy children, uh, then definitely you could be carrying the protector, the caretaker role. So it's the children who have looked after mom or dad. Mom or dad were not well, physically, mentally. I have a lot of clients like that who had to look after the parents with mental health issues, things like that. So so this is the programming that they have got. The next one is the pleaser and the performer. So the pleaser comes from I am not good enough, so I'm going to please you and keep the peace. The performer is I want your attention on me. Also performers, like people who are clowns in the class or in a family, come not always, or usually, I'm not saying it's always, but it can happen, come from families with quite depressive adults, parents. So they want to bring automatically the happiness in a family. So they will act out, and they will joke, and they will do funny things to keep the family happy. They believe that's the role. So as the adult, insomnia usually appears as overthinking achievements. People who are who are focused on success, and really uh, burnout is the byproduct of it as well, because they want to prove to the parents that the parents can be proud of them, that if I achieve some higher education, or if I achieve some I don't know, status or whatever, my mom or dad or both will be proud of me. Okay, so those are people pleasers. Replaying social interactions, so overthinking here, and worrying about what other people think or say about me. So, as the energy, the nervous system is on standby all the time. Very self critical people. I am not good enough type. And could have problems with issue with chest or high blood pressure. Uh, some of my clients have got problems with skin conditions. through because their energy was so really squashed in the root chakra, so it gave them you know body gave them skin conditions, things like that. So the last one, we have the fearful and anxious child. So somebody who experience unpredictability in the childhood, neglect or sudden emotional shifts, or even physical shifts. Because some children who move a lot, who move places a lot, move schools a lot, they lose their friends. They are shipped, from one place to another in the world quite a lot. That can give that definitely will create anxiety, because anxiety comes from fear of unknown. One of the phases of anxiety, this is, so fear is the base of this. So as insomnia, it can be like wake up with panic, or wake up with sweats all the time. That's the pattern. Heart racing, thinking what if, so living in the future, living in the past. um, Wake up at the same time during the day. Also those people who sleep the whole night but wake up exhausted. So that is a massive heart chakra or solar plexus chakra, this masculine energy overload. And we have cortisol imbalances here, adrenal responses, so cortisol and adrenaline, shallow breathing, restless body, trapped energy in root chakra. So all of those is root chakra hypervigilance or uh, undervigilance, if I'm honest. So those are the roles and the patterns that I would like you to really think and think about yourself. What role did you have? Because everyone has got a role. There is no a person on this planet that did not have a role. You just didn't look at it because no one directed you into this direction. So when I look at psychological healing, psychological tools, so they will only show you the logic way and label things. And this is where psychology stops actually to help you. Because whenever you go to a therapist, it will ask you about the past. And this is what the problem is here. Because your brain will shut down unpleasant or traumatic events from your life. So the brain will forget events. And our brain, our conscious mind, has got a very important role to protect us, the same as our body protects us through showing insomnia, anxiety, depression, OCD, whatever. So the brain has got the same thing. The brain sometimes will create events that have not happened. So this is where hypnotherapy comes in, because hypnotherapy can actually deal with stored emotions in your stored memories in your subconscious mind, because it's subconscious mind that is the bank of your memories. And a lot of people, when I put them into a hypnotic state, they will tell me things that they don't remember. And then they will go to mom and dad and say, Mom, I had this hypnotherapy session. And when I was 2, I discovered this. And mom will say, Wow, how do you remember that? You were only 2 years old. Well, exactly. I was only 2 years old, but my brain is so clever that it's going to protect me from looking or reliving this trauma, because the same like body's role is to protect you from not being on this planet. The same like uh, your brain's role is to protect you no matter what. So your brain, your conscious mind, will delete a lot of events or twist them in a way that they are pleasant instead of unpleasant. There are obviously events that you remember that are unpleasant, but everything is stored in our subconscious mind. So that's why hypnotherapy really, really helps. So what I wanted to say is, even though your brain forgets events and sometimes your memory can be twisted and things like that, the only thing that that will never forget in your body, in your is your body, because your body through cellular and emotional memory will collect all the evidence of your trauma and will show you through the symptoms and sensations and feelings, the sadness, the guilt, the shame, the fear, anxiety. This is all how your body speaks to you. So stress will trigger emotional blueprint in a child. It's the fear. Stress is fear, anxiety is fear, so everything comes from fear. But what system, the nervous system that is attacked by this fear, kind of attacked, I'm saying this in a quote, so attacked by this fear, is here the problem, because everything is stored in nervous system or any other organs in your body, or any other systems like digestive system in your body. Okay, the memory in your muscles as well, the memory in your legs, the memory in your bones. And not every physical illness, I'm saying here, comes with because of trauma, but a lot of physical illnesses come from trauma. A lot of skin in illnesses do come from trauma. uh, do come from overloaded emotion. So you have to look at this as well. Okay, what I wanted us to do is the last part, which is looking at the questions. So uh, let's look at the patterns and your roles that you carried. So you can use any other symptom instead of insomnia here, because that will work for anything else. So question number one, if you want to be really really curious about yourself, and if you believe that I don't need any therapy, I'm really good, I have been on the healing journey for quite a long time, and I'm very curious about it, and I would like to know more about my past. Question number one, when do my sleepless nights usually appear? And this is what I had to do. I did a lot of journaling when I was going through my healing. And I really, really dug deeper into a lot of things, into my inner child, into my pain, into my wound. And I looked at those sleepless nights, and I looked about the pattern. So I knew what roles I had. So I looked what events triggered my sleepless nights. Then the question number two is, as a child, did I have to stay emotionally alert? Unfortunately for me, it was yes. Uh, if you say no, then you move to question number three. Did I feel responsible for someone else's emotions? And usually we do at some point in our childhood. I had a lot of tough clients who came from abusive families when mom was abused, and he was a protector of mom. He was a person who was in between mom and dad, constantly, trying to be pull them together. Come on, guys, um, why do you argue about such a silly thing and things like that? So they felt responsible. So what this responsibility did to you? How did that impact your emotions? Because then when we do that, we forget about ourselves. Because when a child steps in a role of a parent or of an adult, it is a lost game already, because we don't have capacity as 6 7 or even 11-year old, even 16-year old, to um, to do that, and no one actually should ask you for this role. So uh, next question is, was nighttime safe or unpredictable in my childhood? So that comes with really good when you have to look, and you should remember about your childhood nights. Uh, so a lot of children are scared of darkness. And that comes with certain things when I really, really had a story that scared them, or some children see spirits, and that happens. Something scared them over the day, and they just don't have the language to communicate with you. So night is the time when they believe there is a monster under the bed, there is a monster in the wardrobe. They sleep with the light on and things like that. And the last one, what role did I play in my family? And that is going to give you very, very good indication where you are with your patterns of insomnia. Because I focus on usually on six that are the most common. So you can mix them. So remember that insomnia is not failure of rest. Insomnia has got nothing to do with not resting, not wanting to rest, because your body wants to sleep. It just has taken on a role of a protector. It's a loyal servant. So let's give the servant another job. Let's this is what I say to my clients. Let's give the servant a job of something else than being on guard 24/7. So your sleep begins when the role that you had in your childhood is no longer needed. And when your body starts to recognize it and start to feel safe, then the healing starts. And that can happen through guided meditation, as I always say. I specialize in them. They saved my life. They saved my insomnia. It's, organic, as I call it, organic healing is not a 5 minutes job. But I have said to myself, I refuse to take antidepressants because I knew that it's going to really mess me around. And so I found other ways to heal myself through journaling, through digging deep, through reading books, through really looking very, very honestly into myself, um, through reparenting me, through giving me emotions that I've never been given. And when you understand that, you don't need any tablets to help you. Okay, you really, really don't. And I'm not talking here about mental health issues. This is completely different story. Because if you do suffer from mental health issues like bipolar or something like that, things like that, or borderline personality disorder, things that are heavy, I am not a specialist. I am not psychiatrist. Then you need to see a different professional. But I'm talking about, people who had nice childhood, or people who something happened in the childhood. This is what I mean. And then your life has moved, upside down. This is what I mean. So be generous and careful with really speaking to yourself. Be kind to yourself, guys. Give yourself time. Give the time to your inner child, to this little boy and this little girl who wants to be heard, who wants to be hugged again, and just who wants to be loved, because this is what this is about. Okay, somebody did not love us the way we should be loved. And sad truth, but that's the truth. So healing is here. Look at my 7-day meditations that are in the comments section. I always put them there. They are for free, and they are going to bring balance, safety into your life, to bring you back. They are very simple, only 10 minutes a day. You don't have to sit there for hours. But if you are serious about looking into healing, guys, everything is in front of your nose, trust me. So thank you for today. Thank you for this video, and I will see you in our next video. Bye bye.